like La Empresa, La Línea, and the Sinaloa cartel. What can be done to stop those deaths that are happening right here in the desert behind us and in front of us?
You know, one example is to be able to get this aerostat located here so that we can intercept those folks and make sure that they're, not dying in the desert.
That's exactly right. This technology is not only meant to apprehend folks that are crossing the border illegally, it's also meant to save lives. And we can do that effectively with various types of technology, including the aerostat, which should come online next month, right here at the Santa Teresa Border Patrol Station. That, along with other technology that we really need to fund, will prevent those types of deaths that we're seeing in Doña Ana County. But we also need to work with local law enforcement, as well as with the Office of the Medical Examiner, to figure out exactly why those numbers are spiking. But technology is just one part of that solution.
You good? Good, Casey? Oh, good?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Jason?
Okay, so Jason McNabb, the KBIA here. I guess what's the most surprising thing you guys learned about the fentanyl crisis from law enforcement here today? What did they tell you? What kind of things are they seeing here right now?
Well, they're now able to scan a lot of the vehicles that are coming through, but it's not 100%. And as we're able to layer on additional technologies that are force multipliers for the individual officers. So, for example, I would really like to see the use of machine learning or artificial intelligence so that these officers are really able to focus on just the images that are most likely to tell them that someone is trying to move contraband through the port of entry.
And look, what we're seeing is that over 70% of the fentanyl smuggled into this country is actually by American citizens. And so there's an organized effort here that we need to tackle, in addition to the technology that we're advocating for and the policy changes that we're advocating for. That's why I introduced the No More Narcos Act and the Coyotes Act, just to make sure that our young people, especially in places like Santa Teresa and Sunland Park, aren't falling prey to some of the cartels that are facilitating the transfer of these drugs into communities all across the country through right here, right? Pedestrian, non-commercial, and commercial vehicles, and the technology that we can use to stop that.
How outdated is the technology that we have right now that you guys want to go to right now?
Well, the scanning technology is really new. In fact, it's only been, a little over a year that it's been in place. We need to expand that. We need to make sure that we have the staff to support that so that they're scanning as big a percentage of vehicles as possible, both in the commercial side and especially in the non-commercial side, because that's where we're really seeing a lot of the inflows of illegal narcotics.
Great. We'll go over to Susan here.
Do you think that the border is going to get better given what a political football it's become?
My hope, we had a very comprehensive border security bill that would have addressed especially the challenges with our asylum system that Donald Trump asked his party to walk away from. After the election, I'm hopeful that we can get back to the table and pass that legislation. And if we have to tweak it here and there, that's fine. But even though crossings overall are down, we still have fundamental challenges with the way our asylum system is set up. It takes 10 years for people to get an answer from that system. We need to be able to get that answer in 6 months and really make sure it's being applied to people who actually qualify for asylum.
And our job is to explain this to our colleagues. We're a binational community here, and we see the benefits that we have as they relate to international trade. Mexico is our largest trading partner, and so in addition to the policy changes that we need for immigration and to stop fentanyl from coming into this country, we also need to make sure that we support the expansion of ports like Santa Teresa so that we can bring more jobs to districts like this, to the U.S., so that we can benefit and prosper and lower the price of goods for Americans. Now, expanding our ports of entry and easing that flow of goods into our country is going to help lower the prices of Americans. And so that's one of our jobs in Congress, is to go and make sure that we educate our colleagues from non-border states about that it's not just one solution when it comes to fixing the border. The border means a lot. And binational communities like those here in Sunland Park and Santa Teresa and our neighboring community in El Paso know that it's more than just about the asylum process.
I think a lot of southern New Mexicans realize just what a giant economic engine Santa Teresa has become. And it's our job, through appropriations, through technology, through policy, to maximize the economic good and minimize the contraband. And that's what this technology that we're looking at today is all about.
Okay, we'll do a quick question in Spanish here from Jerry.
Yeah, well, Senator, I don't know how good your Spanish is, but we can try. Okay. Congressman, you were raised in Ciudad Juarez. You know that if we had this conversation 200 yards to the left, the south, they would be blaming us for bringing that huge appetite for the drugs, for the guns, for the violence, for money, etc., etc. I don't need to explain this to you. Okay? But they feel that our conversation is Texas, tell me how much you're spending in hospitals, or refugees that are waiting for 10 years, or let's bring the dogs or the blimp and stuff like that. What is our message to them? We just had an airplane landing here with two drug lords that made their money out of selling the stuff to us. What can we tell them about this? En español, en inglés, lo que tú quieras.
Lo que podemos decir es que México y los Estados Unidos siempre han sido gran amigos y va a seguir esa relación, especialmente con una nueva administración en México. Acabamos de hablar ahorita con el director aquí del puerto fronterizo sobre las conversaciones con el gobierno de México para saber exactamente cuáles son sus planes para expansión, pero también cuáles son sus planes para ayudar a los agentes de la patrulla fronteriza, pues, ayudarnos con este problema que tenemos ahorita. Entonces, esas conversaciones se van a tener con la nueva administración de Ciudad de México y vamos a tratar de nosotros hacer nuestro trabajo como representantes y senadores del lado federal para asegurar que tengamos una buena relación con México moviendo para adelante.
Senator, say something like that in English.
You know, Mexico is our biggest trading partner, and we need this to be a bilateral relationship where we support each other. And once again, that means investing in the things that really maximize our economic well-being for our neighbors in Mexico and for states on the border like New Mexico, while minimizing the opportunity for illegal contraband.
And that's all the time we have today. So we do have the HIDA press conference later at 2 o'clock that you shall have the information for, but thank you for coming out here to Santa Teresa. Thank you.
Could we get some video of you guys just standing together real quick?
Sure.
Oh, no, thank you. Gracias. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate you coming down here.
Yeah, you bet.
doing this. And, seen some of the coverage. I'm sure you've seen it when other folks come out to the border, and we want to show them a different picture of what it is here. So, yeah, I'm excited about the expansion as well. Now, when that study comes out, what should we do moving forward with that in terms of the appropriations process?
I mean, that study will get delivered directly to the Homeland Security Subcommittee. Okay. And then we'll start working on Chris Murphy and Katie Britt in the Senate, and then we'll need you to work with your House Cardinals.
Sure.
Members.
No, that's good. And there's you've probably seen the new House Committee or whatever working group for Border Security Task Force that